aka May Day, and we had the largest May Day turnout since the pandemic, since 2020. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a huge May Day turnout in 2020. Today, workers all across the world came out to speak for labor rights. Today, we had marches from South Korea to Italy calling for higher wages and targeting anti-worker policies. So, workers from Japan to France took the streets on Monday for the largest May Day demonstration since COVID-19 restrictions pushed people inside 3 years ago. Marchers expressed frustrations with both their nation's policies, such as French President Emmanuel Macron's raising of the retirement age in March, global issues like the rising of cost of living and climate change. So we all know that the cost of living is not just an America thing, it's a global thing, right? It's something that everybody across the world is dealing with. And then climate change as well, although I am a full believer that the climate crisis is hitting countries who are underdeveloped a lot more than developed countries. That's not to say that it's not hitting America as well, right? But I do think countries like Pakistan are getting hit really hard with climate change as opposed to other countries. South Korea's protests were the largest in the nation since the pandemic, with organizers predicting 30,000 people each would attend the two biggest rallies planned for the nation's capital alone. See, that is amazing because South Korea has been protesting for feminist issues too, like hardcore. A lot of people don't know that, but South Korea has been very active when it comes to leftist issues. Activists there criticized right-wing president, I am not going to try to say that name, I'm going to butcher it, who has targeted some unions under the guise of reforming what he claims are irregularities. His government had also considered a plan to extend a cap on working hours to 69 a week. I'm joking. Before backlash from younger Koreans forced it to reconsider in March. See, you know what's interesting is whenever the government tries to do things like this, like you had what happened in France, you have what's happening in France, you have this, right? In other countries, when the government tries to impose something, people protest against it. I feel like in America, we just kind of accept it. You know what I mean? It's like so many things happen back to back, and as a country, we're just kind of like, okay, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But other countries, it's like the minute they hear about it, it's like all hands on deck. I thought when the Roe v. Wade overturning court decision was released early, I thought the US was going to stand up and fight. Like, I was ready. I was like, let's go. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. In Tokyo, meanwhile, thousands demonstrated against Japanese Prime Minister Kishida's plan to double the defense budget, money they argue should go towards meeting people's basic needs. I saw that today and I was like, that's wild. I wonder if it's because of the Taiwan and China stuff going on. Demonstrations also took place in the Philippines, where marchers demanded a higher minimum wage. Taiwan, where they wanted to improve labor policies. Indonesia, where they demanded the government repeal a job creation law they said favored business over interest and over environmental protections / workers' rights. In Sri Lanka, protesters pushed back on plans to privatize state or partially government-run businesses amidst the country's worst ever economic crisis. In Pakistan, demonstrations were prohibited in some cities due to security concerns, leading unions to hold indoor rallies in Peshawar through an outdoor gathering in Lahore. Still drew large crowds. That's insane. Okay, so the demonstrations were prohibited in some of the cities due to security concerns, so they took it indoors. They literally decided to take it indoors. Do you understand what kind of just tenacity you need to have in order to say, like, all right, you don't want us to protest out on the street? We're going to take it indoors. That is insane. This is crazy because this is like all men. I don't know if you guys can tell. Domestic migrant workers in Lebanon played a large role in Beirut's march. Beirut/Lebanon has one of the highest inflation rates right now in the world. It's top 3 worst as of right now. So the fact that they're marching, that's actually pretty dope. while around a dozen demonstrators in Turkey were detained by police while attempting to access Istanbul's Taksim Square, which President Erdogan had closed to protests. See, this is what I'm talking about. In other countries like Pakistan or Turkey, it doesn't matter if you close their access to protest, they're still going to go out and they're still going to protest. And that is the kind of resilience that we need when we talk about Americans going out and protesting, right? Like, we knew that Roe v. Wade was going to get overturned months before it actually got overturned. And what kind of resistance did we show? I mean, we showed a little bit of resistance. Was it enough though? Did we really show the government that we were not going to be having it? I would like to say no. Marches also took place across Europe, with more than 70 in Spain alone, where unions called for higher wages and supported the push for a 4-day work week. That's actually dope. In Italy, protests came as Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, the leader of the nation's most right-wing government since World War II, announced a plan to reduce anti-poverty funds and make it easier for businesses to offer short-term contracts to workers. That is terrible. That's going to actually promote undocumented labor, like undocumented immigration labor. Not like Giorgia Meloni really cares though. The videos in France though were insane. I don't know if you guys saw the videos in France, but today France went insane. It's the drums for me. I want to know who is standing in this chaos, drumming to the beat of the chaos. Absolutely insane footage out of France today. Sortons vite de l'OTAN. He was just getting straight up knocked out. Look at this. Just absolutely insane. Okay, this video is the craziest video I've seen from these uprisings. Just watch. This is actually a crazy video.
Like they know what they're doing. They like to flex their achievements, rightfully so. For now, they're the best looking ones.
What's actually insane about that video is that 108 French police, at least 108 French police officers were injured in the May Day protests. Can you believe it? 108 police officers at the very least were injured in France because of these May Day protests. That is wild. Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets in France on Labor Day to protest and vent their anger against President Emmanuel Macron's pension reform, and clashed with security forces across the country. On May 1st, the French Interior Minister Gerard told reporters that at least 108 police were wounded and 291 people were detained. That is wild. Actually wild stuff, guys. Look at this. Officer down. I have never seen police officers actually on fire like that. Do y'all see this? Those are 2 police officers on fire. On literal fire. If anyone in America did this to a police officer, they would be dead. There is no concession with that. They would be dead. If you set a police officer on fire in America, you are basically as valuable as somebody's ashes. You are done for. You are so done for. And yeah, you're so right. To the person that said only 291 people arrested, French police are mid. American police would have arrested thousands, 100%. Not only arrested thousands, but pepper sprayed thousands of people, thrown tear gas at thousands of people. Yeah, 100%. This would not fly in America. This would not fly. Damn, look at this one. This one pushed his buddy out in the front. This one said, you got the shield. You're gonna go. French protesters in France have gone next level and blocked the highway with concrete blocks. This is definitely going to turn into a revolution. There's no way this is not going to be a revolution. These people are so adamant. Like, they've been protesting for months now. Do you know why, too, the French police are getting more violent as well? Oh, damn. What is going on here? Oh, my God. Look, this man's shield is completely broken. Do you know how hard you have to hit something to a police shield for it to get shattered or broken like that? I guess it's not shattered. Oh my God, and this couple. Oh my God, I didn't even see them. I didn't even see them there. Look. That is so scary. I would be scared for my life. Oh, did you guys just see what happened here? That is so... Bruh, please tell me you saw what just happened here. Did you just see that guy trying to kick the cop? Look, this guy is standing right here, look. He tries to kick the cop, and then the cops start trying to hit him back. See, then they walked away. Listen, if this was American police... if this was American police, you would have gotten torched. There's no way they would have just walked away after you kicked them. I can't believe there's a person in a wheelchair in the middle of all this chaos. Oh my God, that is wild. This is just so wild, honestly. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like these kind of uprisings that last for this long could definitely lead to a revolution, but we shall see. I feel like there's definitely a movement towards more labor rights and just worker rights in general globally. And it makes me sad that mass media really wasn't covering it. I mean, this is commondreams.org that actually covered it so cohesively. But yeah, I feel like this is something that we definitely have to keep an eye on, because if the world continues to stand up for workers' rights the way that they did Japan, France, Indonesia, Taiwan, South Korea, Italy, I mean, I can't even imagine what it's going to look like in a couple of years if these uprisings continue to go on the way that they have been.